Muy buenas, ¿qué tal estamos? Aquí volvemos en Noire y vamos a continuar justo donde lo dejamos con el caso de la secretaria, creo que era.
We will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
1947, not 1920.
Bueno,
Another body and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly. Did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, Phelps? Is that what your old man paid college tuition for?
no, encima, ¿no te jode? Pues el puto paleto me va a decir, ¿sabes? La madre que le parió. A ver, mi coche es este, ¿no? Se supone que yo siempre cojo el que está nada más a empezar, pero no. Prestamista primero. Monta, coño.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy before.
He ran, for God's sake.
And he always maintained he was set up.
¿Y quién ha tenido acceso al anillo?
How can I help you boys?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
How much did you give him?
50 bucks?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip. Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Y ya está. ¿Ah, sí? Ah, vamos ya al asesinato.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Kirk is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned the rings.
How do you figure that?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. The Dahlia letters are genuine. The man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on us.
Any central units, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on
Aviso.
Stand by for further.
Pero, escúchame, he medio leído un poco la conversación. El nombre que ha dado fue el nombre de la carta. O sea, es en plan, está diciendo hemos sido nosotros. Entiendo. O sea, he sido yo, quiero decir. En la carta, ¿sabes? Si lo he entendido bien, creo que sí, que es eso lo que ha dicho. Que lo he leído un poco en plan transversal. Estaba conduciendo, no podía leerlo en plan bien.
Any central units, 459 suspects to
Sí,
be
sí.
taken into custody at the trolley
Vale, es que estamos
station
llegando,
on
estamos
Lucas
llegando.
Avenue. Stand by for further.
This is car 11 King. Go ahead with the further.
11 King, 2459 suspects sighted in the vicinity of the trolley station on Lucas Avenue between Court and Colton.
You should have iced those folks. You leave no witnesses, you stay out of the
I'm not
post.
riding all the way to Santa Ana and then on to Cincinnati with you pissing in my
But
ear.
I'm tired of always being on the lam.
I don't have a choice. A stick-up charge is still a stick-up charge, and I ain't going back inside.
You're both coming with me. Don't do anything stupid.
Claro, ¿por qué te bajas? ¡Hija de puta! Tenías que haberlos matado. Pero bueno.
Don't go to sleep on me.
¡Hija de puta!
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Bueno, la dirección mágica que tienen sus putos coches. Pueden hacer cualquier giro sin ningún problema, absoluto. No te jode.
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Hit him. Clean this ass
No!
off the road.
¡Quita, hostia! ¿Están los dos? Sí.
Put your hands where I can see them. Car 11K calling KGPL. Code 4 at the Lucas Avenue trolley station. The 459 suspects are in custody.
Roger, 11K. All units, code 4 on the 459 suspects at the Lucas Avenue trolley station.
Joder. ¿Qué hijos de puta? Es que la puta persecución, troncolo. O sea, pegan unos pedazos giros increíbles a unas velocidades sorprendentes. Y mi coche obviamente no, ¿sabes? Pero vamos, algo surrealista, tronco. ¿Pero qué está pasando? Una puta locura, tío. Son muchas las cositas que hay que retocar en este juego y te quedaría una obra casi maestra. Pero claro, hay muchas mierdas que han dejado en plan a medio hacer y joder, un poco de cualquier manera. Y bueno, pero por lo demás tiene unos puntos muy fuertes, muy guays. Eso hay que dárselo también. Pero joder. Las caras, por ejemplo. Su puta vida. Joder. A ver. Cuidado. Bueno. ¿Pero qué hacen? Están en la acera normal. Vamos a... Vamos a cruzar... O sea, yo qué sé, tío. Bueno, espérate, que hoy va a ser uno de estos casos que vamos a hacer en 1 hora y media de vídeo. Que yo cuando voy por la calle y escucho un coche patrulla venir con sirenas, no me pongo a cruzar la primera carretera que veo hacia el coche patrulla por cualquier lado, en cuanto tal. O sea, ¿qué cojones? ¿Somos gilipollas o qué? Vamos, ni yo ni nadie, o sea, miro a la gente y se comporta normal, ¿sabes? O sea, no le dejan pasar y tal, no giran el coche para ponerse en el puto medio, no sé, cosas normales. Yo qué sé. Es que, hostia. Eso también la IA aquí, joder. A ver, ¿por dónde cojones? Esta es la calle. Este es el cruce que hice 90 veces en el primer caso de homicidios. Que no llegué por el cambio de departamento, que no me dejaban de entrar avisos. En el famoso vídeo ya de que duró una puta hora. No, 1 hora... Corrijo, 1 hora y media. Puede que un pelín más. Porque... los primeros 40 minutos, más o menos, fue 1 hora del caso y luego unos 40 minutos de todo casos callejeros de estos.
God damn it! I said cough it up! I'm not gonna say it again. That's it, old man. I've had enough of your gibberish.
Give it up, LAPD.
Reduce al presunto.
Hurry! You can still catch him.
Te lo puedes trepar, ¿no? Vale, vale. Ahora solo falta que... ¡Oh, no! ¡Un bordillo! ¿Dónde está?
See? assist.
Otro fuera. A tope. Acude 20 casos de crímenes callejeros. ¿Solo 20? Bueno, puede ser. Bueno, 20, sí, puede ser perfectamente, sí. Hostia, son bastantes, ¿eh? Sí. Cuidado. No sé si la sirena. ¿Por qué se paran? Joder, en medio. Y vamos ya con el caso de asesinato. ¿Qué hace este? ¿Por qué se pone en medio? Es que, hostia, los gilipollas. A ver, yo comprendo que tiran a la derecha si oyen la sirena. Si estás en la izquierda, dejarte paso. Pero joder, si estás en la derecha. ¿Y este? Dios. De verdad. Pero si estás en la derecha, se pone todo en el puto medio del coche. Espérate, que pillo. Perdón. Aquí. Esta calle. Que también te digo que con la persecución que acabamos de hacer, debo de tener ya una cantidad de daños en el coche y daños a la ciudad brutal. O sea, tiene que ser una puta salvajada. ¡Es abajo! ¡Es abajo! Oh. ¿Y cómo voy abajo yo? Perdón.
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings where I had toast.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. Skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Vamos primero con el cadáver. Bueno, hablamos.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Ay, a ver.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Vale, pues ya estaría, ¿no?
Blood splatter on the carriage. She must have been struck while standing up.
Nice day, gentlemen.
Buf. La carta de la madre. Joder.
Someone was trying to get her to come home. We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
Vale. Trabajó en el cine hasta que cerró. Y de momento luego hasta la bebida, que sepamos.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
¡Hostia!
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
Claro, en una licorería. Ya están todas las pistas. Tenemos que hablar con estos dos.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
¿Pero este quién coño es?
Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop. Don't hit him.
Empleado de las... ¡Ah, coño! Vale, vale, o sea, el otro es el que ha encontrado el cuerpo y este... Joder, manipulación de pruebas.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Dice la verdad, ¿no?
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Vale, me está mintiendo, pero no tengo pruebas, ¿no?
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Vaya puto enfermo, tío. Ahora este va a estar acojonado porque en el interrogatorio le han caído 2 hostias al otro. Buenas tardes. Oh, hola.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shunting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
A tope. Pues... nos vamos, ¿no? Ale, hop.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Para la licorería, ¿no?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Pues nos vamos. ¿Al bar o a la licorería? Vamos a la licorería primero. ¿Cómo salgo yo de aquí?
Read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? Guess that's okay.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Vale, cuidado. Uy, pensaba haber medido mejor las distancias. Uy, 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 uy. Necesito una calle para girar a la izquierda. Vale. Quita, coño. Ah, lugar descubierto, vale, vale. ver. Aquí a la derecha. Me he subido un poco a la acera, perdón. Discúlpenme. Hostia, está a tomar por culo, tío. Vale, ya estamos llegando. No sé cómo de grande es el mapa, ¿eh? Pero está muy currado.
What can I do for you? LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Hey, that's a pretty girl dressed in that nurse's aide uniform.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins.
Es verdad que es alcohólico mi compañero,
Let us
joder.
take some for the road. This case might get solved a lot quicker.
Oh, música de investigación ya,
He's
¿eh?
joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
Oh.
An alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
Ya, sí, también.
We'll take a look around.
Hostia.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Ah, joder. Pobrecilla, entonces, qué puta pena.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey. She wasn't always such a loner.
Espera, con el libro he acabado porque no me ha puesto ninguna pista nueva, ¿no? Quiero decir. Ábrelo, coño. No, no me deja hacer nada. Pues doy por hecho que hemos acabado.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Ay, ¿puedo? No sabía yo que podía subir.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
Esto no es relevante, ¿no? Ah, sí.
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
No le interrogamos al señor. Ah, sí, sí. Vale. Conocimiento de McCaffrey.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Contacto.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit to pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
¿Verdad?
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it, but she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Relación con la víctima.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
¿Verdad?
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Ok, qué duro. Parece buena gente, parece. Ahora igual es el asesino de este y todos los casos, pero en principio diría que no. A ver. Antes de ir a la bolera quiero ir al bar. Qué puto susto, tío. No me acostumbro a lo de los lugares. Para nada. Y me pego unos putos sustos cada vez que me sale información de ahí de tal. Digo, hostia, ¿qué ha pasado? De hecho, pienso que ha sido un radar y que me ha sacado una foto y me ha puesto una multa. Digo, ¿eh?
Drink, fellas. Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
What's your name?
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, Detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Relación.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
Mentira.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You look down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
¿Y le dejabas libros?
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Este me da mal rollo, tío. No me cae bien. Igual no es el asesino, pero es gilipollas.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
Aquí hemos acabado. La parte trasera ya. Con este señor no hablo más. No parece. ¿Y tú? Ah, no.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Gilipollas. ¿Eh? Sí.
11 King.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
11 King, en route. Let's not keep the man waiting, Phelps.
¿Y la bolera? Vamos a la bolera. Igual no debería. Igual debería volver a comisaría. Ah, está aquí al lado la bolera. Perfecto. Quita, coño. Igual debería haber vuelto a comisaría primero. Pero bueno.
Hello, Rusty. Two on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am. Let's go get him.
Es ese, ¿no?
Tiernan! LAPD!
Hijo de puta.
There.
What are you waiting for? Get after him.
Ah, pues a que te subas al puto coche.
The extra weight. These are flashy cars to be parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Another runner. At least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to land it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means. Phelps, you gotta get it closer. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
Vamos, coño.
If this isn't the killer, we can at least get him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble. He's going through the square.
Hope the people see him in time to get out of the way.
Pero ya va con una rueda fuera, tronco.
What if they run because someone's setting them up? If they feel like the deck is stacked against them.
I don't make up ridiculous stories for them, detective. Leave that to the perp's imagination. Hit it!
Quita, hostia.
That's the end of that. It's about fucking time.
Put your hands in the air.
A comisaría. Nos llevamos este coche, ya que lo hemos usado. Claro, no tiene sirena, es lo malo. Nada, nada, nada. Nos llevamos el nuestro. Venga, vamos. Comisaría central. Vale, nos pilla cerquita, bien.
Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Poor little twist. She was 13 if she was a day. Olive oil comes from
Guy
olive.
gave his wife a tap.
Where does
Say
baby oil
all's
come
fair in love and war.
The heck?
A ver qué nos comentan. Otra carta, entiendo. No lo sé. Vamos a ver. ¿Qué ocurre?
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick, but she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
Vaya gilipollas, mi compañero, de verdad.
We got our orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
Pero, ¿y el que hemos detenido? ¿Qué?
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thank you.
O sea, el que hemos detenido de momento nada. No sé. Porque no sabemos ni por qué le hemos detenido, ni hostia. Simplemente se ha huido, le hemos detenido y ni puta idea.
Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the slammer ever found out.
Qué gilipollas, qué hijo de puta. Me cae muy mal este compañero. Echo de menos a Lebowski. ¿Se llamaba así? Igual no se llamaba así, ¿eh? Pero bueno. Al anterior, el de tráfico. Ese me caía bien. Era majo. Este es gilipollas. Y ni puta gracia. O sea, el otro tenía alguna que otra caída. Sin quererlo. Pero algún comentario que guay, ¿sabes? Este es escoria, sin más. No, 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 no.
McCaffrey is in apartment 6.
Quita del puto medio. Uno, 2, 3 y 4 estarán en el segundo piso. 5 y 6.
Doesn't look like anybody's home.
Tomar por culo. Bueno. Ya estoy viendo cosas aquí, ¿eh?
He said he was at home. He said he didn't know her. And we have the book.
Let's see Carruthers argue his way out of this one.
Is that you, Grosvenor? Who are you guys? What are you doing in here?
We're from the LAPD, ma'am. Do you know where we might find McCaffrey?
I'm his neighbor. Is he in trouble?
Look, lady, we need to find him, and in a hurry. Are you gonna give me trouble?
He has a pigeon coop up on the roof. He spends his mornings up there when he's been drinking.
How do we get up there?
Down the hall and up the stairs.
Drunk and in command of a carrier pigeon. Surely we can write him up with that. A citation at least.
Me faltaban pistas, ¿eh? Pero bueno.
Hey, isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
Grosvenor McCaffrey! Running on a hangover, McCaffrey? Sit down and we'll talk.
I'll go get our wheels.
You a runner, McCaffrey? Stay and fight the good fight.
No me deja apuntarle para el tiro de aviso. ¡El turbo!
Give it up, LAPD! McCaffrey, you're under arrest on suspicion of murdering Evelyn Summers.
We need to get downtown and wrap this thing up. It's got to be McCaffrey. Unless Tiernan set him up. You don't think that asshole James?
No hemos cogido todas las pistas, ¿eh?
How do you know that McCaffrey didn't?
Tendría que haber a lo mejor mirado más el piso. Pero a lo mejor se podría haber escapado. No lo sé, no lo sé. No tengo ni puta idea. Tío.
Listen, let's just work the case at hand, shall we? Then we can sit down and put all the puzzle pieces together at a later date.
I'll hold you to that.
Me había descentrado, digo,
You sure you can make it stick with one of these suspects, gentlemen?
It's either McCaffrey or Tiernan, sir. I think Jameson is an aberration.
All right. I'll deal with that degraded lunatic myself. He's got some fearful retribution coming. Tiernan isn't one, McCaffrey isn't two. I want the confession from one of them.
Vamos en la 1 primero. Vamos a la 1 primero. ¿Dónde está la 1?
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up
1,
to 45.
para allá.
I want to stop him with one round.
Guy gave his wife a cat. I said, oh.
Why did you run, Tiernan?
I was the last one to see Evelyn that night. I knew you would think it was me.
A ver.
Can you describe your relationship with Evelyn?
I barely knew Evelyn.
Vale, espérate. Gary entrar a un hotel con Tiernan la noche del asesinato.
Keep lying to me and I'll have you charged and in front of a grand jury before your feet touch the ground.
How can you possibly prove Evelyn and I were more than friends?
McCaffrey gave you up, Tiernan. He says he saw you go into your hotel with Evelyn.
I met Evelyn at the public library. We would read for a while and then go for a drink. Last night, we went back to my hotel room and had some more to drink. I must have passed out. I woke up and she was gone.
What time was this?
Around midnight, maybe later.
And there's no one who can confirm this.
No, there isn't. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Y decides mentirme y darte la fuga, para hacerte más creíble. De puta madre.
Aristotle's Metaphysics, the book that belonged to McCaffrey.
McCaffrey saw her looking at it once and laughed in her face.
And you're saying Evelyn stole it.
She wanted something of his.
¿Verdad?
You don't like McCaffrey, do you, Tiernan?
Pero la puta cara no ha hecho nada.
He's full of the common man routine, but he props up a bar like the rest of us. Evelyn thought he was going to be a great novelist. He had nothing but vitriol for her.
Las putas caras están hechas como el culo, o sea, era mentira. Es decir, este ha robado el libro y se lo ha dado a ella. Entiendo.
You and Evelyn were drinking together last night, and she had no other place to stay.
I don't know what happened last night. I don't remember.
If you don't give me some reason to think differently about this, Tiernan, I'm gonna have to go to the DA.
I drank half a bottle of scotch. I don't remember a goddamn thing.
¿Y esto está mal por qué? No, es como el puto culo, o sea, es tener suerte esto ya. O sea, llega un punto en el que esto ya es ilógico completamente.
Do you own a car, Tiernan?
No, I don't.
Have access to a lug wrench?
We use a lot of them to clear jams in the pin setting machines.
Miente, ¿no? Parece, yo qué sé.
Coroner's report says that Evelyn was killed with a wrench.
Porque ya...
I think you did it and then planted the evidence at McCaffrey's apartment for us to find.
We went to his apartment. McCaffrey was up on the roof. Evelyn stole the book. McCaffrey went crazy when he found out. He said he would put her out of her misery. He can be very cruel.
Evelyn was missing a ring from her right hand.
That's strange. She always wore it. Big black circular disc with a white E in the middle. It was made from an old typewriter key, a present from the prop department at her old movie studio.
We're going to talk to McCaffrey. You need to think about what you've told us, Tiernan. You're not in the clear.
Ay, si hubiera investigado el apartamento de la chica, a lo mejor hubiera encontrado... Perdón, del pavo ese... Igual hubiera encontrado el anillo de la chica. Hay que mirar bien las pruebas.
You ready to answer some questions?
You think I have all the answers?
People who run from the police usually have something to hide.
Touché, detective. Let's see where this takes us.
Evelyn died sometime around midnight. Remind me, where were you?
I was at home, writing. I'm working on a manuscript.
Vale, mientes. La cosa es, tengo pruebas para demostrarlo. El 51 eligieron la respuesta... Buah, pues voy a dar a duda. No. Pues nada.
I was having a political meeting in my apartment.
Cheese and crackers for the fifth columnist.
Some of these people will corroborate your story.
I won't give up names of party members.
Good. It's your funeral.
We found the lug wrench that Evelyn was battered with in your apartment, and the note from her mother, and your blood-stained clothing. We have you cold, McCaffrey.
You think if I could be bothered to murder Evelyn Summers, I would be stupid enough to leave the evidence in my apartment?
Puedo usar intuición, pero creo que aquí dice la verdad. Ah, no, pues miente el hijo de puta.
I don't believe you, Grosvenor. The evidence says that you killed her.
You can prove that I wanted to kill Evelyn?
Declara que amenazó con agredir a la víctima.
Tiernan is prepared to testify that you threatened Evelyn's life in his presence.
Self-preservation. That's understandable. Okay, I'll level with you. Tiernan killed Evelyn. He came to me for help. I listened to him, and he explained why he did it.
Tiernan went to you for help. You expect me to buy that?
That's how it went down. I told him he made a terrible mistake, but he would be throwing his life away if he went to the cops. I took his things and told him I would dispose of them.
But you didn't.
Speak to Tiernan. He'll give it up.
¿Teléfono?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need the jacket on a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Just a moment, Detective. McCaffrey was formerly under surveillance by the Red Squad. Convictions for petty theft. Dishonorable discharge from the Army during training at Syracuse. Assault on a local woman. Says he almost beat the woman to death.
Thanks for your help.
Joder.
We got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
You spoken to McCaffrey? I can go? It's all been cleared up?
Not quite. We have one more question we need to ask, James. Then I think we will be done.
Sure. Go ahead.
Y a ver, este subnormal.
So Evelyn passed out, and you walked out. What happened next?
I woke up in the morning, very hungover. I thought Evelyn would have come back.
I know you're lying, James. You went out looking for her. Tell me what really happened.
I don't know what you're talking about. How can you say I wasn't in that hotel room?
Espérate un momento.
You don't ask, you never find out.
Voy a usar intuición, 95, vale. Miente. La acusación de McCaffrey, ¿no?
You wound up at McCaffrey's. You were still incredibly drunk. You passed out on his floor. It's time to tell me what really happened.
McCaffrey woke me up the next morning, and he showed me the lug wrench and the letter and the box, and he said I came in with him last night. He said that I killed Evelyn. And that it was all over the radio. And that he would protect me. And I don't know, Detective, for the life of me, I can't remember a goddamn thing. And I was angry with her. Really angry. I could have done it. Was it me?
Wait here.
Y este...
You were in the war?
Yes, I was. Seeing the things that I saw, it changes a man. I came back here determined to change things. All I wanted was a pen and an opportunity to speak out.
You told us before that you had only minor run-ins with the police. You didn't mention petty theft.
I've never been in trouble for violence. That's the salient.
Nunca en ningún incidente violento. Mientes.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You have a history of violence towards women.
How do you turn a couple parking tickets and a petty theft misdemeanor into an assault?
Este es tonto. Ya, joder, hemos averiguado eso, no vamos a haber averiguado lo otro. Vamos a ver.
We know all about you and your dishonorable discharge, beating some poor woman near to death in Syracuse. You've never been in combat, McCaffrey. Your whole life is a fraud.
She was a goddamn peasant whore. She tried to steal from my wallet. I could have fought for this country. I could have.
You beat her because she stole from you, because she tried to outsmart you.
The ignorant audacity of the bitch. What is a man supposed to do? Sit there and take it? How is a man supposed to call himself a man?
And Evelyn Summers, a poor, drunken nobody, stole your book.
And she got what was coming to her.
A acusar.
Grosvenor McCaffrey, I'm charging you with the murder of Evelyn Summers. She was a sad lady who never hurt anyone except herself. I hope God finds a way to forgive you.
Congratulations, boys. You bagged the fine catch. Another red to boot. Grand. Now, I want you to put this business about a repeat offender out of your mind. This McCaffrey creature shows no remorse, and neither will the grand jury. You would have to walk a long mile to find a better candidate for an unmarked plot at a prison graveyard.
Que vete tú a saber si ha sido él, no, vete tú a... Porque son muchos. Son muchos casos en los que los... ¿Ves? Pistas encontradas, me faltaban dos, hay que investigar mejor ahí, tío, hay que investigar bien. Puede escribir unos reveladores memorias desde su celda en el corredor de la muerte, vale. Que son muchos casos que parecen estar súper cerrados, luego siempre aparece otro. Como luego no sea un asesino en serie, de verdad, va a ser un poco decepcionante, pero es que parece que se está fraguando, no sé. Vamos a ver la introducción al siguiente y lo dejamos.
We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Then we rally with the first and try for the Nambus.
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with two Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
Bueno, de momento lo vamos a dejar aquí. Espero que os haya gustado mucho. Gracias por estar ahí un día más aguantándome. Y en el próximo continuaremos. De momento hasta aquí, así que lo dicho. Gracias y hasta luego.